Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So today officially marks a week till the 2025 special election in Tennessee, which is a impactful race. If you're from Tennessee's 7th District, it's your responsibility to get out and vote because the stakes couldn't be more higher since the Republicans totally blew it almost a month ago in the November races in the 2025 elections this year in Virginia and New Jersey. And it is speculated that it's very possible that this is going to be yet again another close race in a highly Trump district. I don't seem people need to get that out of their head. What happens in 2024 is very irrelevant in special elections. People seem to think that, oh, well, this is a district that voted for Trump by over 20 points. It should be Republican. No, in special elections, it is totally different climate. And this climate is going to be better for the Democrat in this election than it was in 2024. As you can see, general election polling is already saying, yeah, we're believing it's going to be likely Republican, leaning Republican. I personally believe that this is going to be more leaning Republican. And just simply because of the lack of media attention this is getting. And there are definitely some signs where from statistical data that, hey, I mean, Democrats, they could pull something off, but I still think Matt Van Epps will win, but the question is by how much? And because this is, despite being a Trump district, you do have Nashville, part of Nashville in the said, or all of Nashville, I don't even know, Nashville in the said district. That is in the said county right here. I forgot what it's called. But Davidson County. Yes, Davidson County. It makes it very Democratic. And we know, and we should expect this county to go for the Democrat, Afton Ben, by 70%. Reason why we should expect her to win that county by that much, because she allegedly said, according to Fox News, that she hates her own city. She has earned the title, the AOC of Tennessee, the last couple weeks of this said election, and if she's running around with that title, you would think she would lose, but then again, it's about turnout. She's going to win the college students. Okay, she's going to win those suburban college students. She's going to win the universities. So I say, hey, this county, very likely going in for her hot at 70%. Expect the worst in this county. But when it comes to specifically other stuff, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people live over here. If she wins all these counties, then again, this is 2024 map. I don't care if Trump won these counties by 60, 70%. I don't care. It's about turnout. If Republicans are going to sit on their couches and not get up and return the ballot, then you guys will lose. And I don't want to hear these Republicans from Tennessee 7. The Republicans, I'm specifically talking about the Republicans that didn't vote because they didn't know, they didn't hear about it. Well, it's time. I can't say. I mean, there's very little I can say than wake up, listen, tune in, tune up, okay? Because obviously, yeah, you don't really care about politics like that. I understand, but because you didn't care about politics like that, to me, I don't think you have a right to whine and cry about the outcome. You don't have a right to whine and cry because you decided not to do your research and to assume that life is normal. It's not normal. There's everything happens every day that impacts the world and the country. So if you are from Tennessee 7, I'm encouraging people to do their part and inform. Hey, there's an election. Get out and vote. The Democrats are doing their part. You got the students. All the students probably early voted now. Yeah, this county's probably going up. Davidson County, probably 75% of the vote. I'm expecting Miss what's her name? Miss Ben to win. But yeah, I think obviously she's probably going to end up taking this all together when it comes to Nashville. But I do think that Van Epps will win. What happens if Afton Ben wins? Well, the worst part, two worst parts. Well, actually one worst part. We lose a seat to Democrats. All right, but we will very likely flip the seat back in Republican next year. You'll see if you have the Cook Political Report. They're already saying it's solid Republican, and it's pretty much guaranteed that, hey, look, if Afton Ben wins, which we hope does not happen, she will lose again in 2026, and she probably knows that, and she might not even run, which really defeats the purpose of her running. But she might give it a try, and she will lose because the turnout's going to be much higher. And because the turnout is going to be much higher, we will flip it back. But that's not my concern. If, we lose it, can we flip it back? The answer is yes. Okay? The answer is yes. This is because it's very likely that we're going to flip it back. We will flip it back very easily, very solidly. It's about what precedent does this set? And you could say the only good thing that comes from a Ben victory is people are waking up. Or are they? Or do they just push it off willy-nilly like a Ronna McDaniel does? Do they just push it aside? We lost. We did the good fight. No, this is a Trump district. I know why I said 2024 is irrelevant. There's a reason why it's irrelevant. It shouldn't be irrelevant. It is, because our side, our low propensity voters, they don't show up because of either work. And that's the other thing. How many people are willing to get up and vote before they start the work day? And that's the other thing. I am very concerned because Donald Trump has not endorsed at all in this election. The Trump endorsement is very powerful. And you could say part of an autopsy could be added is if, Trump doesn't endorse, part of the reason why he loses a seat, Van Epps loses, is because Trump didn't endorse. And in that way, in that specific background, yeah, it is Trump's fault if he is not going to get out. And it's probably... I think personally he will endorse. It's not the end of the world. It's a week in, but I'm hoping Trump will endorse. He needs to endorse. If Trump wants to win the House, then he needs to endorse in these races. I don't know. Maybe he has a personal beef with Matt Van Epps. I don't care. This is a seat. This is a seat. This is a House seat. And you could say, oh, well, it's going to go Republican. You already have side saying likely Republican, leaning Republican. I don't care. Guess what? Everything has been wrong ever since 2024. Wrong. You already have, Matt Van Epps is winning in the polls. And I just wonder, how many voters vote or participate in a poll and actually don't vote? Those voters, those are just voters that jump off the bus at the last minute. And that's why I don't take these polls seriously now. Because ever since those elections, I've been very skeptical. It's saying, Republicans are in a good position. They're at least going to lean a leaning margin. I don't care. You have this crazy woman, Afton Ben. She's getting endorsements from all the socialists. Jasmine Crockett, at least. You got Pramila Jayapal. You got... she got the Ken Martin endorsement. Of course she's going to get the Ken Martin endorsement. But yes, it's just, yeah, I mean, I know it sounds like I'm dooming, but, and I hope this is all for nothing. I really do hope it's all for nothing. But this year has proved to be a disaster. Now, there's a chance that we can pull it off because it has proven that we have won races that are typically, this was of course a low propensity vote, but here's the difference. Here's the difference with this specifically. The difference when it comes to this is, yeah, this was a 10-point underperformance for Jimmy Patronis. All right? Specifically with Matt Gaetz. Yeah, this was a 10-point underperformance. Now, it won't be like that in 2026. But it will be, understandably, it was a 10-point underperformance. Now, to be fair, Democrats did lose votes. They went from 140,000 to 72,000. And it's going to be that case this year, but you're going to hope that the drop in votes are going to be enough. They're going to be significant and bold enough to actually make this work. But yeah, I mean, we could take a look at District 2. I mean, District 6, never mind. Yeah, this district right here. Let's see. It was another 10-point underperformance. You see, if we're just going to stop showing up, then of course we're going to lose. This race, we have a disadvantage because unlike those two Florida seats, we are the ground we got in 2024, in 2024 was 59%, not 60%, not 66%, 59%. So if it's going to be like, specifically in 2025, it's going to be a 5-point decrease, a 10-point decrease back in spring, then Van Epps is going to win by 49%. And you might be wondering, is that enough? I don't know. But if he's winning by 49%, there's a chance that, Megan Barry, or not Megan Barry, but Ben, in this case, would be doing, let's see, I want to see how, yes, just because you lost 10 points doesn't mean the Democrat gains 10 points. So, this is Randy Fine, 33% to 42%. Yeah, and that was solely because of turnout. But remember, Democrats are angry. The Democrats are angry. They're going to be more likely to get out and vote because they're angry. Now, you're just going to have to hope that Republicans are angry also. What's there to be angry about? I don't know. Find a reason. Or vote out of concern. Because after what happened earlier this month, we all should be concerned. Mainly in the special election aspect of it. And this should be more concerning because this is a federal race. This is a House race. A House race. If we lose this, then we have the House of Representatives by 1 point. 1 point. And this is why I'm saying it's a 50-50 chance here because you also have too many independents in this race. Too many. They need to drop out. I mean, let's be honest. You got John Thorpe running as a Republican. He is trying to spoil the race. He's a commercial helicopter pilot. He previously ran as a Republican. He is going to take votes and hurt specifically Matt Van Epps. He definitely will. Now, if we lose this race, is it over? Is the midterms over? Now, the Democrats are already saying the midterms are over since day one. The answer is no, because we identified the problem. And, yeah, she's getting endorsement from Democratic Socialists of America. And, yeah, the media, Fox News is doing its part. They're talking about this. We need, and Trump needs to get out and endorse. I'm not kidding. Endorse. But like I was going to say, we understand and we know what the problem was. This is yet again a special election, and another special election, and we just don't show up at special elections. It's time to show up. I mean, we did do a good turnout in 2025. The problem, in the early November elections, election day, the problem was Democrats outsmarted us when it came to bolstering their turnout. Okay? They got even more people to show up. Now, I don't expect them to create a broad collusion when it comes to this. They will have the college students. They will have the socialists. The establishment Dems. Yeah, and these socialists are going to be motivated to get out and vote. We need to hope that we get enough rural voting people, more rural, conservative voting people to show up and vote, because an outcome is possible where you get basically, you wake up the next day and you find out a socialist is representing you, and then you find out, oh wait, there was an election. That's your fault. That is your fault. You chose to tune it out. You chose to be ill and uninformed. So I don't want to hear about the whining and crying. I do not want to hear about it. Well, it's not my fault. You see? I didn't know. I didn't hear about this. Really? Surely that you've bumped into some ads, bumped into some signs. It's about taking an interest and actually looking at the numbers. Are you going to take an interest in this? So I guess we're going to have to see. We got 1 week left. I am hoping President Trump comes out, endorses Matt Van Epps, goes on to Truth Social, does a tweet, and gets the Republicans out and voting. Yes, turnout is going to be significantly lower. We only hope that we're going to show up. The Democrats' turnout is going to be just as small or just as short than the Republicans. So, yeah, I guess we're going to have to see how this goes. But anyway, what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.